Life is unpredictable. Sometimes it's filled with joy and wonder, and other times, it tests us in ways we never imagined. This is a story about trust, how it can be broken in an instant, and how, through resilience, we can rise from the ashes. A tale of betrayal, redemption, and the unexpected. Stay tuned because this story might just change the way you look at life. Our story begins in a quiet little town, tucked away from the chaos of big cities. Here, life moves at a gentle pace, and everyone seems to know everyone. Meet Clara, a young woman in her mid-20s with a zest for life. Clara had dreams of becoming a writer, and she spent her days working at the local bookstore while crafting stories in her free time. Clara was the kind of person who lit up every room she entered. Her warmth, her kindness, her infectious laugh, it made her beloved by all who knew her. But like all of us, Clara had her own close circle. Clara had two pillars in her life, her best friend Rachel and her partner Jake. Rachel was more like a sister to Clara. They'd been inseparable since childhood. From sharing secrets in tree houses to supporting each other through heartbreaks, Rachel and Clara had a bond that seemed unbreakable. And then there was Jake, the love of Clara's life. They met during a summer art class, and their connection was instant. Jake was charming, supportive, and he adored Clara. The three of them, Clara, Rachel, and Jake, formed a trio that everyone envied. But as we all know, life isn't always as perfect as it seems. One evening, as Clara was cleaning up after dinner, she noticed Jake's phone buzzing repeatedly. It wasn't like Jake to hide things, but something about his reaction when she asked felt off. Her curiosity got the better of her. When Jake left the room, Clara checked his phone. What she found made her heart sink. A series of messages between Jake and Rachel. The words weren't overtly romantic, but they were too familiar, too intimate. It was enough to spark doubt. Clara's mind raced. Was she overthinking? Were they just close friends? She tried to push the thoughts away, but the nagging feeling wouldn't let her rest. The next day, she confronted Rachel. Rachel's reaction confirmed Clara's worst fears. She admitted to having feelings for Jake, and worse, she revealed that the two had been secretly seeing each other for months. Jake's confession was the final blow. The man Clara thought she'd spent her life with, and the friend she'd trusted more than anyone had betrayed her in the deepest way imaginable. Heartbroken, Clara felt as if her entire world had shattered. She couldn't understand how the people she loved most could hurt her like this. For days, she stayed in bed, replaying every moment, every word, wondering where she'd gone wrong. But something inside her refused to let her stay broken. Clara realized that this wasn't just about them. It was about her worth, her dreams, and her future. She decided it was time to leave the past behind.
Clara packed her bags and left the town she'd called home her entire life. She moved to a city where no one knew her, a place where she could start fresh. She threw herself into writing, pouring her pain and hope into stories. She picked up new hobbies, painting, hiking, and even learning how to play the piano. Slowly, Clara began to rediscover herself. And as she grew, so did her circle. She met people who valued her, who saw her strength and kindness. For the first time in years, Clara felt truly free. Back in the small town, Jake and Rachel's actions didn't go unnoticed. Their relationship became public, and the backlash was swift. Friends distanced themselves, and they found themselves isolated. They realized too late the cost of their betrayal. The trust they'd broken couldn't be repaired, and the happiness they'd sought came at too great a price. Meanwhile, Clara's life was flourishing. Her writing caught the attention of a publisher, and soon her first book was released. The story, inspired by her own journey, resonated with readers around the world. Clara's success wasn't just professional. She found love again, a partner who respected and cherished her. But more importantly, she found herself. Life doesn't always go as planned. Sometimes it throws us into storms we think we'll never survive. But Clara's story is a reminder that even after the darkest nights, the sun rises again. What did you think of Clara's journey? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.